Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I am Ryan Boland. Thank you all for joining me. President Joe Biden has just awarded Denzel Washington, one of the greatest actors in America, the Medal of Freedom. I am so proud that Denzel Washington has been given this medal. In my opinion, he deserves it. He's an awesome actor and an awesome man, from what I understand. But what I want to get at before I read this very brief article in Breitbart News on this subject, I want to just throw out there this idea, but I believe that this is a bunch of nonsense on the part of President Joe Biden. And I'm going to give you the reason why I believe this is a bunch of nonsense on the part of President Joe Biden. It's good for Denzel Washington, but it's a smokescreen for Joe Biden and the Democrats. And I'm going to tell you why, in my opinion. Okay, so let's get into this article. The article says, the White House announced Friday that President Joe Biden will award the Medal of Honor to actor Denzel Washington. The Presidential Medal of Freedom is the nation's highest civilian honor to award people for their contributions to public society. Like Joe Biden really cares, really? Come on. Washington will be the only actor recognized by Biden in 2022 for the Medal of Honor. The star of many popular action and drama films, Washington has won 2 Academy Awards and 2 Golden Globes. In 2016, Washington won the Cecil B. DeMille Award at the Golden Globe ceremony, which featured a montage of many of the best roles of his career. Washington is a man of deep personal faith, telling a crowd of Christian men in 2021 about the importance of praying daily and serving their fellow men. Absolutely. The world has changed, Washington said. What is our role as a man? The John Wayne formula is not quite a fit right now. You know, the John Wayne formula was macho, 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 macho. That was a John Wayne formula. But it's not quite a fit right now, and I do agree with that from Mr. Washington. Strong, it's good to be strong physically, but there's more to being a man than that. So Denzel Washington goes on to say, but strength, leadership, and what do you mean by strength? Clearly, he's talking about mental and emotional and spiritual strength. But strength, leadership, power, authority, guidance, patience are God's gift to us as men. We have to cherish that, not abuse it. Absolutely. He also encouraged men to continue praying to God. Stay on your knees. Watch me, but listen to God, he said. I hope that the words in my mouth and the meditation of my heart are pleasing in God's sight, but I'm human. I'm just like you. End of quote. And that's the end of that article right there. Those are some very powerful words. I actually watched the speech about a year ago of Denzel Washington, of course, about a year, it was 2021. I actually watched that speech, and it was an awesome speech. He said he states to be that he's a Christian man and he loves God and so forth. And look, I'm not into judging whether or not he's Christian or not. Some people say, well, I don't believe he's Christian because the movies he starred in, he was cussing a lot, like Training Day, which I believe was an excellent film. And he gave an outstanding performance in that movie. That was the first time I've ever seen him play a bad guy. I mean, he may have played bad guys in the past. I don't know. But that was the first time I've ever actually seen him play an actual bad guy. Not an anti-hero, but an actual bad guy. But he laid it out. I mean, he laid it out. People imitate that all the time. They even joke about it, they even joke about it. I've seen comedy sketches on it. But people say, well, I don't think he's a Christian because he stars in the movies and it has a lot of cussing in it and so forth. Okay, you can argue that, but then it can also be argued those are acting roles. That's his job. Just like if I go to a secular job as a Christian, I'm a born-again, spirit-filled Christian. When I go to work, I'm not going to a Christian organization. I'm going to a secular job that has nothing to do with Christianity. People cuss all around me and do all kinds of things, but I have a job to do. I got bills to pay. So I got to do what I got to do to survive. What I'm doing is not immoral that I work around people that may not be Christians. That's not immoral. And the same thing could be argued here. It's not immoral. He's acting. It's not necessarily him. He's acting a role. That's what he do. He's an actor. He gets paid to act like somebody that he's not. I'm pretty sure he wasn't like that guy in Training Day. That's not him. So it could be argued that. But whatever the case may be, whether he's truly a born again Christian or not, that's neither null and void. I'm very glad that he won this. I'm very glad this was given to him. I'm proud of him. I've loved him. He's one of the greatest actors. He's up there with people like what's his name? Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, who, in my personal opinion, are two of the greatest actors in American history, in my personal opinion. I highly suggest, if you guys haven't seen Heat from the 1990s, I think they came out in 1995, something like that. If you have not seen that movie, I highly recommend you see that movie. Both Robert De Niro and Al Pacino were starring in that movie, and Al Pacino played the good guy. Robert De Niro played the bad guy, and you got to see that movie. It is excellent. But anyway, I digress. So I'm very proud of Washington, Denzel Washington, getting this Medal of Freedom. What I want to talk about just for a few minutes is the hypocrisy that I believe that the Joe Biden and the Democrats are pushing here. Now, you may ask, why do I feel that that's hypocritical? Because what I'm sensing is that Joe Biden and the administration and the Democrats are losing ground with black people, because it's all, it's a black thing. It's a black thing. They're losing ground, and so they have to do something to make it look like they really care about black people's plight. All they have to do is do something like, give Denzel Washington the Medal of Freedom, and black people will say, oh, that's really cool. That's really awesome. Like just recently, they signed I think it was the Joe Biden administration signed a anti-lynching law into effect, signed an anti-lynching law. And it's like, okay, that's nice, but so what? How many blacks are being lynched today? How many blacks are being overtly or covertly being lynched? Who cares about an anti-lynching law? If you sign an anti-lynching law, are black people supposed to be saying, I'm so much happy that you signed an anti-lynching law? What you need to be doing, bro, is fixing the country. Forget about all of that racial stuff you trying to do to try to appeal to black people. That's what I believe, in my opinion, he's doing. I could be wrong, but I don't trust Joe Biden. I don't trust his administration, and I don't trust the Democrats. I do not trust them, especially when it comes to racial issues. And I sense that this is a racial thing. I sense this is just a token thing that Joe Biden is doing, because it's stated in the article he's the first to receive this. As a matter of fact, let me go back to that. I don't want to misquote that. Yeah, it says it right here. It says, let me go back. Washington will be the only actor recognized by Biden in 2022 for the Medal of Freedom. Okay. And I'm pretty sure Biden knows that he's the only actor recognized for the Medal of Freedom. I'm pretty sure there's other actors out there recognized for the Medal of Freedom, could be recognized for the Medal of Freedom, white and black. I'm pretty sure, but I believe he's doing this to make it look like a black racial thing. That's how they play. Democrats do all the time. They play the same role all the time with black voters, is race. And that's what I sense this is. Do I believe that Denzel Washington deserves it? Yes, 150%. He definitely deserves it. He's a man of honor. And from what I understand, a man of honor and a man of integrity. So he definitely deserves it. But the motive behind it being given by Joe Biden, I think, is nefarious and underhanded. And I think is just a way to make black people feel, that's all you need to do. We don't need nothing else, bro. And when come 2024, we'll vote Democrat again. That's all that is, I believe. It's a bunch of nonsense. I don't trust Joe Biden. I don't trust his administration. And I don't trust the Democratic Party. So that's what I believe. I believe they were racist then and they're racist now. They just playing. They just switching it up. That's all. My thing is like this. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for that. Joe Biden, what have you done in the black community that you claimed you was going to do when you was campaigning? Black people say, rah for you, but you ain't did a doggone thing for black people. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I could care less. I don't need the president to do anything for me, whether they're Republican or Democrat, whatever. I don't need them to do anything for me. I got two people that does things for me. God and me. That's who does things for me. Whatever I get because God opens up the door, and then I make the decision to get it. I don't need the president, regardless of their political affiliation, to do that for me. They may put into law or promote legislation and laws that help make things easier for me. But whether or not they do that or not is null and void. I'm still going to get what I'm going to get by the help of God and by my freedom to choose to get it. Okay. I made this YouTube channel in 2021, started this YouTube channel in 2021 when Joe Biden was president. Well, of course he's president now, of course. But when he started being president, I did that. He didn't help me to do it. I did it, and I mainly did it to combat his crazy self, because this is a conservative channel. Clearly, for anyone that bothers to listen to it, to combat the lies that Joe Biden and the Democrats push on black people and American citizens overall. Hey, but what do you guys think about that? That's just my opinion on this. Hurrah for Denzel Washington. Thumbs down for Joe Biden. I think it's underhanded and it's a smokescreen. What do you guys think? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to this video and this channel. God bless you all, and see you again on another Black Conservative.